Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Wednesday, and it's Smart Solutions. We're talking about smart solutions. Smart solutions is basically a program for SMEs and corporates and larger companies. Um, and these are facilities or services that actually help their businesses. So today I'm going to talk again with um, Nicholas of Yellowshorts on training, on business continuity. I also have Rentalworks that provides all the devices on rent, on hire. And if we've got time, we'll probably talk to Martin Wong, as he talks about trading, having a robot assistant to help you with trading. And if really have more time, we'll talk to Vigilant about cybersecurity, cybersecurity measures for SMEs and of course for bigger companies, right? I'm Jade from the Artisan Haven, and this part is smart solutions provided by Artisan Haven. Okay, and it's a group of various SMEs coming together to help other SMEs. Okay, good. Before I start, I'm very happy to show you one clip before we talk about the serious stuff. This is we opened the shop. So Artisan Haven, we predominantly online, but we're very lucky because we were able to get a couple of locations, outlets, where we can showcase some of the products by our artisans. So we have one outlet at Malaysia Grand Bazaar, which is in BBCC, Bukit Bintang City Centre, which is next to Lala Port, what we all oldies know as Pudu Jail area that has been redeveloped by UDA and Eco World. We also have an outlet in Fahrenheit 88 on the ground floor. So this is a video I'm going to show you. And we'll be opening at Tokyo Street Pavilion on the 20th of this month, next week. And we'll be opening at DC Mall, Damansara City Mall on the 1st of August and at the Link on the 1st of September. All right, so I really hope everybody can support us online. And if you are Jalan-Jalan, the KL, especially in the Bukit Bintang, Klang Valley, Golden Triangle area, do drop by to any of our 5 outlets. And we'll be there, some for 3 months, some maybe for 6 months. We'll be there and we'll be showcasing all our artisan products. All right. So this one is what we have at Fahrenheit 88. Oh dear, so sorry. The video is not good. Okay, I will redo that and share with you the next round. Okay, let's get on to business. It was such a pretty place, right? Wanted to share with everybody. All right. The first one that we have is we're going to talk to Rentalworks, right? So this is me talking to Alan Hua, and it's all about renting devices.
Good, Jade. How are you?
Okay, great. This is a good opportunity catching up with yourself. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about what you have in store for all the SMEs on SME Colony for Affin Bank.
Sure, Jade. So over here in Rentalworks, one thing that we champion a lot is providing affordability when it comes to IT asset. And when we talk about IT assets specifically, we are diving into laptops, desktops, and perhaps also tablets. So the first thing about the affordability piece is to ensure that we are able to provide something which doesn't dent the cash flow of SMEs, which is very, very important, especially now in the pandemic times. And the other part, the other important piece is also on the whole asset lifecycle management, which means we will take care of the whole asset from the day that we deliver on leasing until the day of end of lease. Everything is covered and it goes through into also services and some support maintenance package that's part of it. I will go more in detail as we talk about the packages.
Okay, that's very interesting. In terms of when you say assets, what do you mean? Laptops, desktops, mobiles?
Good question, Jade. So our focus is very much into what we call as the end user computing devices. And this predominantly covers your laptops, your desktops, tablets, and to also some extent your mobile devices. Because these are the enablers for any SMEs, for their team to ensure that number one, they can work anywhere because that's a team. The mobile hybrid workforce is definitely the team today. And that's something which you need an enabler, which these devices allows them to do it. And the rest of it, of course, your applications, when we talk about your collaborative applications, your specific work applications, a lot of them have already moved to the cloud. So we believe that having the enabler of a device allows the SME's workforce to ensure the productivity is still maintained and in fact, get even better.
Okay, that's very interesting. What is your best seller or best program at this point in time?
So we have a very good program for SMEs and it's called Think Zero. Think Zero is an exclusive partnership with Lenovo where we have already come up with one model, which is the ThinkPad Series E14. And we put it on a 36 months lease to use. And we put it together in vein of our approach with the circular economy approach, with the sustainability approach. We put it also together with where we package it with services. So some of you may know this term device as a service. So this is truly a device as a service offering. Now, when we look at the whole Think Zero offering, where I've already mentioned about the 36 months lease to use, the packages and the services that comes to it ensures that our SMEs, number one, get the best possible value out of it. The price starts from 119.5 ringgit, which means in totality, you only pay 4,300. Now, if you go to the market today out there to buy a same model with the same package that is available on a purchase, you will never get this price. So it's a good deal in that sense. The service element that comes bundled together with this package, this Think Zero package, involves insurance to ensure that all your accidental damage is covered. It comes with support, and when the support, I don't just mention about hardware support, we also to some extent on Rentalworks side provide the level 1 support for your day-to-day IT needs. Next, it also comes with a temporary device replacement program. This is super important, especially at times where the laptop gets missing, gets lost, or for whatever reason is damaged. Take for example, the recent flooding. If any of those users in this unfortunate, perhaps a flooding, there would be definitely downtime, right? So from our end, what Rentalworks provide is right away a next business day temporary device to be sent over so that productivity remains. Next, of course, we also have our asset management solution, which allows SMEs to then have a single portal to access all the assets that they have leased from us. Wow. Which makes it very easy for them to manage. And last but not least, because we are offering something what I say as a true device as a service and also an asset lifecycle management solution, we need something to ensure that there's also a cybersecurity element. And that comes in from our end of life solution where it's a data erasure solution where any device, once it's reached end of lease, before we take it away, we definitely will sanitize it 100%, rendering all data unrecoverable before we collect it. And I just want to say one last thing in terms of this package, which we have tweaked throughout the pandemic, is that we allow deployment right up to our SME, our users' home, which is a bit of a shift. Wow. Prior to this, because we always only deliver direct to our the customer's office, and then from there the deployment is done internally. But we understand the concerns and the challenges SME face, especially with the remote workforce today, and we have arrange as well the deployment to be direct to the user's home and the collection at the end of lease direct from the user's home as well.
Wow. Wow, that's quite fantastic, and I think very progressive and innovative, right? So I think maybe the message to our SME owners, right, is that if you look at 117 per month.
119. 119.5, yes.
119.5, less than 120 ringgit a month.
That's right. That's
and
right.
you basically get a device. That's very interesting, and it comes with all the insurance and the offer and the maintenance and the support that you get. It's very viable, and it also means that you don't have to put upfront the full amount. You just basically
That's right.
simple OPEX of less than $120, 120 ringgit per device, right?
That's right.
So if you only have 3 employees or you have only 3 devices, that's per device, right?
That's right.
And as the SME grow, they can just basically grow that as well, right? So that's very interesting and something definitely worth for, I think, every SME owner to consider. Okay. Apart from that, Alan, what else? What else do you have for our SME owners?
One of the things that we have seen throughout the years, especially with the pandemic, is that a lot of SMEs are still relying on very old equipment. Some of them perhaps older than the others, but nonetheless, in terms of processing power, in terms of computing power, it may be already lacking because it's already a bit dated. So one of the things that we are trying to encourage the whole digitalization process is to ensure that it's not a pain or a big cost for the SMEs to switch and to get newer technology. And obviously leasing really helps in that sense because it's, as Jade, as you mentioned, it's a month by month perhaps payment rather than an upfront payment of one lump sum for the device. But the other thing as well is we want to support is to ensure that we can take back the old equipment. Now, the take back of this old equipment or buyback of this old equipment also encourages SMEs to then digitalize and get what the latest and greatest that they can utilize for their business, which is very important today. So we are offering very attractive buyback prices for all devices. And this, of course, also can include data erasure, where we will sanitize all the information within the drive before we take it away, again, for your own protection. And at the same time, depending on the type of devices that you have, we have a tier pricing, which makes it very interesting. Because once we take your device back, it also would mean that you are assured that the recycling process or the disposal process will be done correctly, because that's something very important to us in this whole sustainability message that we're putting out there.
So that's another very interesting piece. And I have met many SME owners, and I think especially after the pandemic, everybody is talking about digitalization of their business. But you're so right. To digitalize, first you have baggage, housekeeping to be done. And what do you do, right? And after you figure out what to do with the housekeeping or all the old devices, because old devices cannot support this digital economy. And after that comes the shocking bill. Wow, to digitalize, there's this X amount of things that you have to buy. So I think the message to SME owners inside down there is this is an opportunity to break it down into smaller little pieces, all right, and go by devices, and according to the cash flow, be able to scale up the business and digitalize it. So I think, Alan, that's a very interesting, very interesting proposition, all right? So something I hope all the SME owners and people who are watching our little show today will consider. And if you want, please do contact Rentalworks. The details will be in the narration, all right? Apart from that, Alan, anything else that you want to share with our SME owners?
No, I would just say that in this era of pandemic, where there's also this uncertainty and this unfortunate flooding events, I just wish everybody to have a safe and healthy year coming ahead. And to those celebrating Christmas, obviously, Merry Christmas and all the best and for the year. And I think we all look forward to a fresh start.
All right. Thank you very much, Alan. Maybe, Alan, I would want to Okay, that was me talking to Alan some time back, and it's a very interesting proposition. It's instead of, for small businesses, instead of buying your devices, your desktop, your laptops, even your mobile phones, right? Especially if as you grow the company, you may consider renting it. So it's 120 ringgit a month, everything included, including all the services and the maintenance. And when it's end of life, you basically return it and get a new device. Okay, it's much, much smarter than buying all the devices, installing everything yourself, and trying to get it to work. Okay, so that's a smart solution for SMEs, right? As well as for big companies. In this particular show, we're talking to SMEs. Okay, the next person I wanted to talk to was Nicholas. So all these gentlemen, I've met them, just happened to meet them yesterday. All right, so here's a little picture. Oh, that's me. All right. Now this one has there you can see Alan over there, and that's the whole team that has been working on working together. Right. So very nice group of people, and that's all of us. Right. Okay, so this is Nicholas, and he's talking a little bit about training. Right? Let me add him to the stream. Everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm here today with Nicholas Chan. He's the CEO and founder of Yellowshorts, and Yellowshorts is an organization that does some very innovative training, communication, and consultancy for corporates as well as for SMEs. Today, he's going to talk to us a little bit about what he can offer to SMEs, SME owners, and their employees. All right, over to you, Nicholas. Maybe you can tell our audience what you can do for SMEs.
Hi, Jay. Thank you for having me again. Well, I think throughout the whole pandemic and all the subsequent lockdowns and everything, I think some of the things that we've been offering over the past few years, ever since the pandemic started in early 2020, one of the popular ones is actually what we are doing right now with a lot of clients is getting them adjusted and transitioning to hybrid working model. Right. So we all know that as you know that the pandemic is going to move into endemic phase, right? And a lot of companies have already invested a lot into technology, right, that will allow them to be able to go into the hybrid learning and work from home model. So either your company, your SME is basically in a rotational basis, or is it going to be permanently going to be working from home, or they have some kind of a mixed model, hybrid model? The technology is there, but the problem right now is that we realize after speaking to some of our clients is that the hardware is there, the software is there, but the culture and the building up of the processes that will allow you to use these tools more effectively over a hybrid medium, right? That's lacking right now. So we actually have a 2-day course that we've been running over the past few months, right? That will help you transition the technology side, but also the softer side of things also. How to build a culture that can also still maintain good communication, good rapport, good culture, good teamwork, good team dynamics over a hybrid model where people can also work from the office and also from home. So that's a very interesting topic. We're going to introduce some methodologies for you to bring into the workspace, and also for the people who are working from home. Now, this is typically, again, HRD Corp claimable, right? And also one of the things is that it starts as, depending on the complexity of your company, depending on how long we need to go in there. So it's not just training, it's also a bit of consulting and also hand-holding the SME into transitioning to the hybrid model. If you already have a hybrid model, even better, right? So the price ranges will range, it starts from around 1,500 to 3,000 per day, right? Over a 2-day period. We also have a little warranty that will come back for 2 days after the training period to help you consult and see whether it's been effective or not. So that's one of the first product that we actually have right now.
Okay, so that's very interesting. So from as low as 1,500 a day and 2 days, so that's about $3,000 as 3,000 ringgit as a starting point, and it's a existing course, and it basically helps to transition SMEs into a hybrid model of being able to work from home, coupled with on-site and the traditional way. All right, so that's package number one. You have any other packages?
Yeah, the other package is the one that we've also been doing, and it's very popular, and we've tweaked it in such a way that it's not as intensive as before. We got some feedback. Basically, it's transforming business with resilience. Basically, We have a very expert trainer, Mr. Alan Lee, right, who's been working in business continuity for the last 15 years. And during the pandemic phase from 2020 to 2021 to 2022 now, we've been able to help a lot of people. This program was actually offered under the Penjana program, right, in late 2020. And what we're doing is that it's an actual deep dive into the strategic and also the operational aspects of your company to look and see whether after 2 years of the pandemic, are you resilient enough? If so, COVID-20, God forbid, right? And another major thing, and you saw that day, just last week, a few weeks ago, an earthquake, right? Prompted many high-rise buildings and companies to have to evacuate for the first time. I've never seen people evacuate for fires. We got people evacuating for earthquake right now. So all this while that we always thought that, oh, we are shielded by the South China Sea, by Indonesia, we are so protected from the ring of fire. I guess sometimes these are the things that we have to plan for also. So we saw what we did with pandemic, COVID, now with this earthquake. We never know what's going to come. With the Ukraine-Russia conflict ongoing right now, rising fuel prices, rising cost of living, rising cost of operation and production. These are things that companies need to deep dive into it. So this course, it runs over 3 days, right? Now, this is more strategic level. It's more for high level, C-suite level executives, all the way down to VPs, right? So we're looking at CEOs, COOs, right? CFOs, right? People who are operational in level to be able to deep dive and look at the various aspects of their vulnerabilities in terms of their business impact.
And the cost?
The cost is basically we start from 3,000 per day, right? And we're going to stop it at that. We're capping it at that only, right? And because we want, over 3 days.
Okay.
Right. And on the last day, it's going to be more. Again, what we do here in Yellowshorts, we're not really training trainers per se, right? We are also consulting also. So the whole process is actually training and also making sure that your company is ready for whatever comes next. So which means that you can share with us your documents, your processes, things that you want, contingencies and everything. And Mr. Allen will actually go through the entire process with you to see whether it works, cannot work, what can be improved, what can be modified. And that's one of the challenge. That's one of the advantages of this course is it's a hand holding session, right, for the SME to be able to take advantage of.
So this would be actually for a little bit bigger organizations where it's a larger staff force, and probably the staff force is at least 30, 40 people lah. Right.
30, 40 people, maybe over multiple branches, right? Maybe companies with multiple SDUs also, SBUs, right? Multiple subsidiaries. That will also be very good, especially those who have cross-state or even international business also, for that matter also. Okay. Anything that, as long as the complexity is there, right? We'll be able to work with them also.
So this is a target mainly for a mid-sized company, not
mid to big size,
mid-sized company to maybe a bit larger.
Yes.
And these are basically targeted where there is 30 to 40 people in the staff force. Anything that is cross-state, anything that is multi-branches and many locations, point of sale, point of production or manufacturing, or point of distribution. Right.
Supply chain management, supply chain vulnerability also is one of it also.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a bit more robust. Yeah. And this one involves, it's not just with the SME owners, it's usually with the SME owners and the staff force. Yeah. And this is a on-ground consultancy as well as training program. That means your consultant will be on site, all right, coupled with some Zoom and some virtual interaction, and that's 3,000 ringgit a day, and usually it takes about 3 days to complete that analysis and sharing, right?
So anything additional on top of that, anything additional consulting will be built separately, I mean, in the event that the client comes up to us, which just happened a few months back, was that, hey, we got something extra, we'd like for you to take a look at our Indonesian counterpart. Is that okay? Yeah.
Okay, so the base is actually 3,000 ringgit a day, and the base is usually 3 days, and it's good to actually explore further, right? But that's the starting point of the base. Sure. Okay, that was me talking to Nicholas, all right, and it's all about prepared. Okay, so with the pandemic, we basically learn how to be resilient. to be able to continue the business if anything happens, right? Whether it's a simple earthquake or a little bit of flood or or a pandemic, right? This is Nicholas. They do a lot of training programs and consultancy, but this is one of the most popular at this point in time. Okay, so we've talked to Alan and we've talked to Nicholas. I don't think I have enough time to put Martin on the line, so I will end here for today. And it's really great talking to these people. We've been in a group together for almost two and a half years, and we just met up yesterday, all right? And it's really great to see all these businesses growing and doing what they're doing, which is really great for the SMEs. Now, before I go, I want to try one more time to show the video. All right, so bear with me. Let's see if it works. So this is a couple of minutes of our new latest outlet at Fahrenheit 88. Oh, sorry lah. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, so I'll clean that one up, and the next time I'll show it for you, to you at our next live show. Okay, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for joining me. Very much appreciated. And it's all about smart solutions today. But just a quick reminder, we also have a website and a marketplace. And there we have about more than 1,000 brands have signed up with us, and we're exposing all the brands, mostly Malaysian brands. And with this Artisan Malaysia brand, we have now also gone out to outlets. So we have one at Malaysia Grand Bazaar, which is at the Bukit Bintang City Centre, the old Pudu Jail area with Lalaport, Mitsui Lalaport. We have one at Fahrenheit 88. We're opening at Tokyo Street Pavilion on the 20th. We're opening at DC Mall, Taman Sara City Mall on the 1st of August. And we're opening at The Link together with Vinasina Summer on the 1st of September. All right, so we have it online. We have it on outlets at Klang Valley, and we really hope everybody can join us. All our sales entitles to bonus link points. Issuance, of course, and right now we're doing 10 times bonus link points, and we have redemption. We can also do redemption Blink bonus link point redemption through Blink application, and right now we also have a contest, right? And there's a couple of promotions coming up, so do watch out and please do support, because it's all Artisans Malaysia gifts, great for gifts, great for home design ideas, and it's all homemade, handmade. And it's unique, and it is one of its kind, and handmade is handmade, right? So thank you very much for watching, and please continue to support us. We are live every weekday 5 p.m. All right, so see you tomorrow. Will be Anis will be taking you through at the live show. So thank you very much.